was the Edge and the Freeze. The starting lineups introduced there. As the Freeze, they will go with Speedy, Daly, McAfee, Mqua, and McCarthy. Freeze will control the tap, and that's knocked out of bounds, blocked there by Sidney Foran, who gets the start for the Edge, along with Malloy, McNeil. Full court pressure being applied here by the Freeze. Gallant can't finish. Put back is there. So Emily McNeil with the follow-up. Speedy for three. That won't fall. Kylie averaging 15 points per game. It's the Fredericton, New Brunswick natives, the UMB Red. Foran's three won't go. One and done for the Edge. Here's Speedy. Three-pointer, nothing but net. As McCarthy knocks down the three. Three-pointer for McNeil won't fall. Here's Speedy off the bounce. Out to McAfee. Katie with the pull-up. Rebound is ripped down by McNeil. Last touch by Mqua. Possession will go over to the Edge. Here's Malloy. Stolen by Speedy. Nice bounce pass there. No look pass blown by Daly. Daly's second chance not there. Knocked out of bounds. Last touched by McNeil. It will stay with the Freeze. Speedy for three. Mqua battling for the loose ball. Good block out there by Carly Lewis. So Mqua will pick up her first personal. She'll go to the bench. Eva Tumwine will be into the game for the first time for the Freeze. Nice press break there by the Edge. Foran can't finish. Tumwine to the rim. Just out of her reach. It'll be a turnover for the Freeze. Katie Daly in the game for the first time. McAfee with the steal, blocked. And Speedy able to get Lewis in the air. Lewis with the turnover and then the block on the inbound. That'll be Lewis's first personal, team's first. Speedy on the baseline. McAfee, pull up, leaves it short. McNeil with the rebound. Here's Malloy. Malloy, floater, won't fall. Another one and done for the Edge. Freeze back the other way with numbers. Speedy three-pointer, won't go. Put back there, plus the foul. So McCarthy will go to the line to shoot the and one. So McCarthy, she's got 6 of the 8 points for the Freeze. Edge break the pressure. Foreign with the pull-up. Again leaves it short. Freeze back the other way. Speedy inside the Tumwine, knocked away by Lewis. Speedy gets it back. Crosses over, flips it up, won't fall. Batted around and saved by Foreign. Foreign now to Malloy. That's knocked away. Emily McNeil try to spin to the bucket. Tumwine on the run out, and Tumwine is fouled from behind by Emily McNeil, and she'll shoot two.
First personal, third team foul, and into the game for Fredericton, number 7, Eve McDonald.
So Eve McDonald will check in for the first time for the Freeze. Speedy will go to the bench. Tumwine from Fredericton, New Brunswick, the former UMB Red. She'll go 1 for 2. Freeze well represented for the UMB Reds program, as Foreign will throw it away. McNeil making her way towards the bucket. Some miscommunication between McNeil and Foreign. McAfee, the Tumwine. Back out to Katie for 3. Leaves it short, and that rebound is secured by Lewis. Foreign now. Here's Gallant. McNeil loses the handle. Freeze on the run out. And that's just out of the reach of McAfee, as McCarthy was trying to find a cutting McAfee to the bucket. 5:57 remaining here in the opening frame. 7-point lead for the Freeze. Edge just trying to find a magic combination here offensively. Full court pressure still being applied by the Freeze. The Edge doing an outstanding job of breaking that pressure. And that jumper is good by McNeil. So McNeil knocks down the jump shot. She's got all 4 points for the Edge. Daly. Off the glass, no good, pulled out. Second chance coming up. Here's McAfee. Crosses over Gallant, flips it inside. Three-pointer, nothing but cash. McCarthy with the second 3 of the quarter and the game. She's got 9. McNeil inside, flips it up and over. McDonald, and McNeil's got 6. Nice move by McAfee. Get inside and finish there is Katie. 4 now. Trying to go to work off the bounce. Malloy thought about 3, closed out. Good close out there by McCarthy. Spin move. Can't get it to falls Carly Lewis, and another one and done for the Edge. McAfee. Baseline jumper, and that'll rattle down. So McDonald with her first field goal of the game pushes the lead up to 10. Malloy now. McNeil draws the double. And McNeil's fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot a pair.
Fredericton foul charge to number 5, Andrea Wright. Second personal, third team. Into the game.
So Andrea Wright will pick up her first personal. The Baltimore, Maryland native. Played her collegiate basketball at Bucknell and professionally in Portugal. So McNeil shooting 2, second one coming up. 3 not there. Daly with the putback.
Nalini Maharaj. Number 4, City Foreman, and number 9.
Maharaj into the game for the first time for the Edge. Both Katie and Robbie Daly out there for the Freeze. Here's McKay. Issa McKay knocks down her first field goal. McLean, a New Glasgow, Nova Scotia native, the St. Mary's Husky. Daly has to throw it up. Freeze can't chase it down. Here's Malloy. Malloy now. Foreign off the bounce. Back to Malloy. Malloy from way out. Another area code. As Tyler Malloy knocks down the 3, the Lower Sackville, Nova Scotia native. Mount St. Vincent University Mystic, Tyler Malloy, cuts the lead to 6. So some life here late in this quarter for the Edge offensively. Right with the closeout for the Freeze. Last touch, and it will stay with the Edge. Edge with some substitutions here. So McNeil will sit down, the leading scorer for the Edge.
Into the game for the Freeze, number 31, Renee Goodman. Number 7, Insomni Monroe, and number 16, Carly Lewis.
So Renee Goodman into the game for the first time for the Freeze. Lewis comes back for the Edge. Here's Foreign. Ford leaves it short. Speedy back in there for the Freeze. Speedy able to get by a defender. Putback is no good, but fouled on the act of shooting is Goodman, and Goodman will shoot 2.
16, Carly Lewis.
So Carly Lewis will pick up her second personal, the Wolfville Ridge, Nova Scotia native. Plays collegiate basketball at RMC is Carly Lewis. Goodman from Burton, BC. Played collegiate basketball with the Windsor Lancers, University of Windsor. She'll go 1 for 2. Here's Lewis. Skip pass, almost picked off. Foreign now. To McKay. McKay's fouled. Count it, plus the 1. So Issa will shoot the and 1. So McKay's got 5 for the Edge. Speedy. Blow by. Gets inside, draws the double. Mqua can't finish. Here's Lewis. To McKay. McKay for 3. Won't fall. Mqua with the rebound. Goodman, that jumper won't go. And the rebound secured by Monroe.
Fredericton foul charge to number 31, Renee Goodman. First personal and 15 foul.
So Goodman picks up her first personal, team's 5th.
And for the Freeze, number 14, Allie McCarthy.
Monroe will shoot 2. In the penalty. First one rims out. And the St. Margaret's Bay, Nova Scotia native will go 1 for 2. One possession game. Mqua draws the triple, stolen by the edge, back the other way. Lewis for 3 in the tie, won't fall. Mqua with the rebound, gives it up quickly to Speedy. Daly cut off at the rim, Mqua posting up, Speedy for 3, yes! Speedy from downtown. She's got 5 in the quarter now. McKay almost throws it away, gets it back. McKay drives, can't finish with the right hand. Speedy, back to back, you betcha. Kylie Speedy with back-to-back threes, devastating here at the end of the quarter for the Edge. Swatted away by Mqua. Loose ball picked up, fade away, not there for Ford. Speedy, gotta be kidding me. And that's off the back iron. Had a little bit more time to gather herself, was Kylie Speedy. Nonetheless, the Freeze lead it after 10, 25-16. So a strong finish for the Freeze. In particular, their starting point guard, Kylie Speedy, who had back-to-back threes to close the first 10 minutes out. The Edge, though, they responded in the quarter. A slow start, but they got it going with a couple nice possessions offensively, some easy runouts and quick hitters. They were able to cut into a double-digit deficit. So they'll start the second quarter trailing by 9. As mentioned, Speedy was the difference down the end. The MWBA would like to thank its following sponsors. They're major sponsors this season, in the second season of the Maritime Women's Basketball Association. As this is game number 2 of 3 today on day 1. Day 2 will go tomorrow. It will start at 11 a.m. All the action here on Maritime Athletic Profiles. In a nightcap, the number 1 team in the league, the undefeated Halifax Thunder, will take on the Moncton Mystics. And that'll be in conclusion of this one. That will be a 7 p.m. tip-off, tentatively, here on Maritime Athletic Profiles.
We have our last prize of $90, so make sure to get your tickets and walk home with some cold hard cash.
So the Edge will have possession to start here the second quarter. Vince Williams on hand and the entire Maritime Athletic Profiles crew. And Scott James will go with Issa McKay. Got a very strong first 10 minutes off the bench. Will start the quarter. She's got 5 in the game. She'll inbound it. Ford's out there as well, along with Lewis, Monroe, and McNeil. And Carly Lewis is fouled, and she'll shoot 2. The Freeze will start the quarter with McAfee, Speedy, Mqua, McCarthy, and Katie Daly will come in as Robbie Daly will sit down. One for 2 in that trip for Carly Lewis. Speedy for 3. Here's McNeil. Lewis trying to get inside. Knocked away by McAfee. Wow, shot thrown up there by McNeil. Was looking for the contact. Lewis can't finish close to the rim. Now the Freeze will work their way back the other way. Here's Daly. McAfee, quick ball movement as the edge in a 3-2 matchup zone. Nkwa spins to the lane. Jennifer can't finish. And a one and done for the Freeze as Ford was able to secure the rebound. Here's Ford. McNeil, three-pointer. She'll throw up the air ball. McAfee now. Give and go with Speedy. Nice pass inside. That's deflected away. As McCarthy was trying to get some time and space. Another opportunity for the Edge to cut into this lead. Monroe, three-pointer. Yes! It's Sadie Monroe able to knock down the three. She's got 5 in the game. That'll cut the lead to 5. Here's Daly. McAfee, three-pointer. Throws up the air ball. Lauren Ford able to secure the rebound. McNeil for 3. Leaves it short. McKay battling for the loose ball and the quad coming up with it. Speedy three-pointer. That won't go. Daly spins away from the rim and leaves it a little short. Now McNeil for the Edge. Go give it to Monroe. Monroe, all kinds of space given by Daly. For Darner to shoot that 3. Nice left hand in the lane, won't fall for Ford. Both teams having their difficulties here, trying to find their shooting. Monroe with the rebound now. Here's Monroe, 2-on-2 back the other way with Ford. Monroe for 3. Ford will try to chase it down, saves it. Lewis with the catch in traffic. And McKay knocks down the mid-range jumper. So the helter-skelter pace back and forth between these two teams is benefiting the Windsor Edge. Staying close. Daly three-pointer. It's good. So Daly knocks down her first three-point field goal. Here's McKay. She's got 7 in the game. Three-pointer won't fall for Ford. Daly back the other way now. Speedy, who closed out the first 10 minutes with back-to-back threes, 0 for 2 from downtown here in the second quarter. Daly run off that three-point line by Lewis. Mqua, beautiful post-up move on Monroe. And Scott James has seen enough. He'll call a timeout. So Jenny Mqua able to get her first field goal of the game. It was a nice pass inside as she was able to get position on Monroe. As Scott James will call a timeout and talk things over here. You can see a little bit of the action in the replays here of the buckets that were made. But the Edge started this game off a little slow, but since then was able to find some of a shooting rhythm. With the up and down, the multiple shots missed, and turnovers have been benefiting the Windsor Edge. Still looking for their first win of the season. Coming into this game 0-6. The Fredericton Freeze 4-2, trying to keep pace with the Port City Fog, who won their 5th game of the season in the first game this afternoon when they knocked off the defending champions, the Halifax Hornets. 6:03 remaining here in the second frame. 8-point lead for the Fredericton Freeze over the Windsor Edge. Vince Williams on hand and the entire Maritime Athletic Profiles crew here at the Homburg Center on the campus of St. Mary's University for this showcase weekend. As Tumwines come into the game out of the timeout for the Freeze, she'll knock it out of bounds. It will stay with the Edge. Kate Gallant's also checked back for Scott James. Here's Gallant, able to get by multiple players. Finds Monroe. Monroe splits the deep. Monroe forces her way inside, trying to find Gallant. It's tied up. And a jump ball situation, alternating possession, will go over to the Freeze. As McDonald's come back into the game for Fredericton. Tumwine. Loose ball's picked up by McCarthy. McDonald. And McDonald knocks down the mid-range jumper just inside the three-point line. Bullard is checked into the game for the first time for the Edge, number 14 from the Bahamas. McNeil, three-pointer. That rims in and out. Had the range, was right on target, but that one rims in and out. So Foreign will check back. Monroe will sit down. Quality minutes off the bench for Monroe for the Edge. Lead back up to 10. Malloy tries from downtown. That won't go. McAfee, floater. In and out. Gallant secures the rebound. Here's Tyler Malloy on the run out. Picked up by McDonald. Monroe, she'll fire from downtown, and she'll leave it short. Both teams not shy putting it up from downtown this afternoon. Bullard all over McCarthy, and McCarthy shakes off the contact and knocks down the jumper. McCarthy, the Fredericton, New Brunswick native, averaging 14 points per game in 2 games. Played at North Dakota. Here's Malloy. Malloy, three-pointer. McCarthy with another rebound. And another one and done for the Edge. Daly thought about 3. Chased off the line by Ford, and she'll be forced into the travel call. Good secondary coverage on the defense on the help side by Tyler Malloy of the Edge. So Issa McKay will check back in for the Edge. McNeil will sit down for Windsor. Full court pressure applied here by the Free. Stolen by Tumwine. Steps in front of that pass, and she'll lay it up and in. Easy bucket for Eva Tumwine. Outstanding anticipation off of that telegraph pass by the Edge. Here's Malloy now. She'll try to get it over the timeline herself. She does. Picked up full court by Penny. 4 now. Trying to shake loose of McDonald. McKay's got to go to work. Back to Foreign for 3. Beat the shot clock, but a turnover. Back the other way. Here comes Tumwine on the run out. Tumwine can't convert. Left it a little short. McKay now back the other way. Track meet's broken out here as McKay finishes with the left hand. Issa McKay providing a lot of offense off the bench. It's the St. Mary's Husky and New Glasgow, Nova Scotia native Issa McKay. McKay again on a run out. Nice catch, count it, plus the foul. Issa McKay taking over this game for the Edge. Issa McKay will go to the line to complete the three-point play. And Scott James has got to be happy with the production of Issa McKay in this first half. So Carly Lewis will come back for the Edge. Speedy's back out there for the Freeze. As Issa can't complete the three-point play, Jody White's checked into the game for the first time for the Edge from East Pesawick, Nova Scotia. Daly, and Daly is fouled by White, and she'll shoot 3 free throws. So ill-advised foul there by Jody White, who's checked into the game for the Edge. We'll give Daly 3 opportunities as Katie averaging 10 points per game. As the Freeze have 5 players that average double digits. McCarthy averages 14 in 2 games played. Katie McAfee 14 in 5 games played. Katie Butts, who's not here, with 15 points per game. And Kylie Speedy with 15 points per game, and along with Daly, as I mentioned, averaging 10. Lead back up to 13 for the Freeze. White finds the loose ball, throws it up to Foreign, and that's behind Foreign. That'll be a turnover for the Edge. Here's Daly. They'll throw it inside the right. Daly for 3, yes! Nothing but nylon for Katie Daly. Outstanding ball movement by the Freeze, and Daly knocks down the triple. Here's White. Now you can really see the offense on full display now by Fredericton. The Edge looking for some answers offensively. Last touch by McCarthy. It will stay with the Edge. McKay will inbound on the baseline. McKay for 3. That'll rim out. Here's McCarthy. Speedy. Checked there by Lewis. Daly can shoot it. Edge got to close out on her. McCarthy drops it off to Daly. Outstanding decision by McCarthy as Daly and McCarthy play give and go, and another bucket for Daly. Leads up to 18. It's the largest for the Freeze. And Daly will climb over the back of Lewis. That'll be a foul on Katie. That's Katie's first, 3rd team foul. And shaken up on the play is Andrea Wright, and she'll hobble to the bench area for the Freeze. Coming back is Katie McAfee. Tandy Monroe also will check into the game for the Edge. Here's White. Inside to McNeil. Quick ball movement by the Edge. Stolen by McCarthy. Spins around McKay. Here's McCarthy. Drops it off and blocked and knocked out of bounds by McKay. Outstanding recovery defensively by Issa. But what a move in the open floor there by Allie McCarthy. Tried to find Jaden Penny. Penny's shot was knocked out of bounds. Speedy, yes. Speedy knocks down her 3rd triple of the game. And the Freeze really have their foot on the gas pedal now. 21-point bulge for the Freeze. As Foreign is fouled in the act of shooting, she'll go to the line to shoot 2 with 17.1 remaining in the first half. An explosion of a second quarter for the Freeze. So Foreign will knock down the free throw. Freeze will hold for the last shot. Here's McCarthy. Speedy, three-pointer, won't go. Monroe. And that'll do it. 20 minutes in the books, a 20-point lead for the Fredericton Freeze. And it was an outstanding 10 minutes, second 10 minutes of the first half stanza that give this Freeze a 20-point lead. The Edge have lots of work to do in the second half. Kept it close in that first 10 minutes, but the second 10 minutes, the Freeze were outstanding defensively and offensively in particular. Led by Kylie Speedy, McCarthy, and Katie Daly, who went off in that second quarter. So we'll step aside. We'll be back. Stay with us. And we will try to have an interview at the start of the second half. If not, nonetheless, we'll have one at the end of the game. But stay with us. You're watching the MWBA Showcase Weekend here on Maritime Athletic Profiles. Back in Halifax here at the Holmberg Center on the campus of St. Mary's University for the second half between the Fredericton Freeze and the Windsor Edge. This weekend in the MWBA Showcase weekend here in Halifax, year number 2, as the Edge will start with possession, trailing by 20 after 20 minutes. As Lewis's field goal won't fall. Let's start this third quarter. Daly knocks down the 3. Actually stepped on the line, so that'll be a 2, not a 3 for Robbie Daly. Here's Malloy. Malloy will spin into some trouble, and she'll turn it over with the traveling violation. As the Freeze will start with McAfee. It's the original starting lineup. As Enquaz out there, Robbie Daly, McCarthy, Speedy, and McAfee. Here's Daly, and Daly's got 2 quick field goals here in the second half. Pushes the lead up to 24 for the Freeze. Malloy for 3, need it. Leaves it short, faded away from that shot was Tyler Malloy. Speedy will try to knock down the triple. McCarthy with the offensive rebound. Fadeaway's not there. Tyler Malloy with the rebound. It's Malloy, Foreign. And Foreign wasn't looking for that outlet pass. Malloy throws it away. Lewis is out there along with Gallant and McNeil, their original starting lineup. But quickly, Tyler Malloy will go to the bench for Scott James, and Issa McKay will come in. Issa McKay, a strong game going here for the Edge. Off the bench for Scott James, as I mentioned. Issa's got 11 points of the 27 for the Edge. Daly, 3-pointer. That won't fall. Chases down her own rebound, flicks it up. And McKay will clear the boards. Here's McKay. Gallant barrels inside. Enquaz says, no way, I'll throw it out of bounds with the block shot. Possession will stay with the Edge as Foreign will trigger the inbound on the baseline. Here's McKay. Foreign. McNeil for 3. That'll rim out. Just try to get it off in time before the shot clock expired. Speedy blow by. And Speedy draws the contact on Gallant. And she'll shoot 2. So Kate Gallant's first personal, first team foul. Kylie Speedy will shoot 2. Averaging 15 points per game is the UMB Red product from Fredericton, New Brunswick. And she'll knock down both. Here's McKay. McKay to the rim, and Issa is fouled by McAfee. She'll shoot 2.
Fredericton foul, jersey number 12, Katie McAfee. Second personal, first team. And into the game.
Katie second, first team.
Katie Daly. And for the Edge, number 15, Lauren Ford.
Katie Daly will check in
Sandy Monroe.
for the Freeze. Monroe will come back for the Edge. Lauren Ford's out there as well. And McKay will go 1 for 2. So Issa's got 12 now for the Edge. Daly's three rims out. Ford with the rebound. Here comes McKay. Foreign for three. Leaves it short. Good block out there by Daly to keep Foreign away from the ball. Quickly down the other way comes the freeze. Here's Speedy. Blow by on Monroe. Floater game. Beautiful move by Kylie Speedy. As she left Monroe standing just inside the three-point line. McNeil off the bounce. Monroe. And we'll have a whistle here. Looks like we had a hold away from the ball, maybe a moving screen. So it'll be called on Foreign for the moving screen. McDonald comes back for the freeze along with Tumway. Tumway is back in there. Speedy for three. Malloy with the rebound. Quickly down the other end, come the edge. Monroe for three. That won't go. Tumway can't catch that ball in traffic. Opportunity here for the edge. As McNeil is bumped, she wanted the foul but was called for the travel. Tumway. That'll spin out. Here's McNeil. Tough catch for Ford. That's knocked away. Monroe gets it back. Can't finish. Daly gets inside. Tumwai. And Tumwai is fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot two. So Gallant and Lewis will come back for the edge. Penny will check in for Fredericton. One for two for Tumwai. Speedy almost steps in front of that pass. It will stay with the edge. Approaching a midway point here in the third. The freeze 56, the edge 28. 1 point in the second half here. The edge, they have been stymied on the offensive end. This freeze defense has been outstanding since about the 6-minute mark of that second quarter. Malloy's got to go. Malloy throws it up, doesn't beat the shot clock. That'll be a shot clock violation. Speedy for three. It's good. Number 5 on the game for Kylie Speedy. McKay trying to answer. Lewis with the rebound. Gallant can't finish around the rim. Here's Daly. Penny, baseline, nice pass to McDonald. Left it short though. Good creativity off the bounce by Penny. McKay now, cut off by Speedy. McKay. Malloy for three, yes! Now that was a good-looking half-court set for the Edge. As McKay was able to draw the double and find a wide-open Malloy for the shot from downtown. Tumwai turns it over. Here's McKay. And McKay lays it up and in. Issa McKay continuing to play strong here for the Edge tonight. Tumwai. That won't fall. Monroe now. To McKay. And can't finish with the left hand. Gallant though with the follow. So a little surge here in the end of this third quarter by the Edge. After putting themselves in a deficit, largest of 28 points. They're cut into this lead though. Some good defense and some offense down the other end as well. Daly, Speedy, three-pointer on the way. Won't go. Battered around, kept alive, ripped down by Gallant. Then she'll turn it over. Penny steps in front of that pass. Daly with the dagger. That won't fall. Monroe, though, secures the rebound. Here's Malloy. And Malloy's fouled by McDonald. It'll be side out for the Edge. So Eve McDonald, second personal, second team. Allie McCarthy will come into the game. Katie McAfee as well, and Andrea Wright for the Freeze. Emily McNeil's come back for the Edge. Monroe, three-pointer. Wright with the rebound. Here's McCarthy. Wright trying to find Penny cutting back door. That's deflected and ripped away by McNeil. Monroe trying to dump it inside to McNeil. McNeil in a battle for position with Wright. McNeil takes Wright off the bounce, but Wright denies her with the block. McNeil gets it back though. Monroe's got to throw it up to beat the shot clock. Couldn't get it off in time. And that'll be a 24-second shot clock violation. So the Edge will call a timeout with a minute exactly left in the third quarter, trailing 59-35. And just a friendly reminder, folks, the nightcap, game number 3 on day number 1 here at the Homburg Center at 7 p.m. The Halifax Thunder at 7-0 will take on the Moncton Mystics. Good look at Scott James in the Edge in his huddle. Scott James in his first season as the head coach of the Windsor Edge, taking over for Lonnie States, who moved on this year. They give way to Scott James. Robert French there as well, the assistant coach of the Edge. This young Edge team still building some momentum, trying to find some continuity as most of the players are very young. Played basketball at a very high level at the collegiate level, the CCAA as well as the U Sports level, but they will get there. A few more games left before they'll get an opportunity to win the Legacy Cup in St. John, New Brunswick. All 6 teams will make the playoffs. So all you need to do is go on a run, 3 games, you can win that championship. It all depends on which team is playing their best basketball at that time. So out of the timeout, Freeze possession. Foreign runs down that miss shot, and Malloy comes back the other way, deflected out of bounds by McAfee. It will stay with the Edge. Foreign will inbound on the baseline. stoppage here as it looked like McNeil and Wright got tied up, but now McNeil will head towards the edge bench. She'll check out. She'll get something assessed, maybe a cut on the arm or some whatnot, but nonetheless, she'll get that figured out. Issa McKay will come in. That's not a bad substitution as McKay's played outstanding tonight. Turned over, though, the edge on the inbound. Daly can't convert on the other end, but McAfee finds the loose ball. Here's McAfee. Daly gets it back, and she just needed to be a little further away from the bucket to knock it down. So Robbie Daly knocks down the 16-footer, couldn't convert on the 2-footer. That will push the lead up even further for the Freeze. Monroe knocked away. McKay finds the loose ball. She's fouled by Wright, and Issa McKay will shoot 2. So that'll be Wright's 3rd personal. Coach Daly saying maybe that's the 2nd. Wright agrees. She thinks she's only had 2nd, but nonetheless, she'll be assessed either her 2nd or 3rd, but she'll have a few more before she'll be disqualified with 5 here in the MWBA, 5 personals. Wright, though, will draw the foul down the other end, and she'll shoot 2. So 53.1 remaining in the 3rd. Carly Lewis will pick up the foul. That's her 3rd, team's 4th. So Wright, the Baltimore, Maryland native, will knock down both. The former Bucknell University product. Foreign, 3-ball in the corner, yes. So Sydney Foreign knocks down her first 3-pointer of the game. Edge looking for a stop down the other end. Here's McAfee, spins away from trouble. Banker's not open there for McAfee. McKay turns it over. McAfee, nice pass in tight there for McCarthy, and Wright somehow finds the loose ball. She'll lay it up and in. Here's Malloy. Monroe trying to go to work against McCarthy, and Monroe will turn it over. And McAfee will throw it up, and that'll do it. So after 3, the Freeze lead at 65-40. So another outstanding quarter for the Fredericton Freeze, getting it done on both ends of the floor. The Edge having their problems shooting tonight. Have gotten some good looks at the basket, just can't convert. Couple of the shots you can see throughout the game for both of these teams. And there's Issa McKay. She's played outstanding off the bench for Scott James. And for Issa's growth, this league is very important for her. She'll return to St. Mary's University in the fall to play for the Huskies. The defending AUS champions are the Huskies. And there's the 3 there by Foreign, her first 3 of the game. And the excuse me assists by McCarthy, finding Wright cutting to the rim. So just another friendly reminder, folks, that the 3rd and final game tonight will go at 7 p.m. where this building should be rocking because it's the home team, the Halifax Thunder's game. They are 7-0. They are a juggernaut this season, finishing 2nd last year to the Halifax Hornets in the inaugural Legacy Cup Championship right here at the Holmberg Center. last season, so they'll look to push their record to 8-0 versus the Moncton Mystics. And the Mystics will not be an easy task for the Thunder tonight. So the Freeze will start with possession here in the fourth. McAfee, Wright, McCarthy, and Penny are out there for Coach Daly. 3 ball on the way, won't fall. Right with an offensive rebound. Second chance coming up. Here's McCarthy, spins away from trouble and gets the shooter's roll. Edge in the fourth quarter will start Malloy, Lewis, Foreign, Monroe, and McKay. Here's Monroe. Monroe gets inside, and Monroe draws the foul, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. So Renee Goodman, who gets the start here in the fourth quarter. Her first personal. And first team, Monroe. Little strong on the first. And she'll go 1 for 2. Is the St. Margaret's Bay, Nova Scotia native. So Daly will sit down. Speedy will come back in for the Freeze. Speedy's played outstanding tonight. 5 3-pointers for Kylie Speedy. Wright's fadeaway not there, but the putback is good for Goodman. Malloy now. Malloy will fire from downtown. Chased down by Goodman. Another one and done for the Edge. Right, touch pass to McCarthy for 3. Yes. Allie McCarthy knocks down the triple from beyond the arc. Monroe off the bounce. Uses the screen, spins inside, draws the double. And Wright will be called for the foul. So Wright picks up her 4th personal. Timeout called by the Freeze. 72-41 here in the fourth. Good look at the Edge bench. Scott James and Robert French as the Maritime Athletic Profiles with all the action here at the Holmberg Center. As the Maritimes Women's Basketball Association like to thank their major sponsors throughout this second season. Good look at Scott James there. As you can see on your screen, the major key sponsors of this thriving, outstanding women's basketball league. The MWBA is fantastic. Season number 2, Vince Williams on hand and the entire Maritime Athletic Profiles crew getting it done once again in the second weekend showcase here at the Holmberg Center in Halifax, Nova Scotia. As mentioned several times, the championship will shift to New Brunswick this season, where St. John, New Brunswick will be the host, and it will be at the former Harbor Station, now the TD Station in downtown or east, I think it's uptown, St. John, New Brunswick, as they like to call it, if I can remember. Nonetheless, the battle for the Legacy Cup will take place in New Brunswick this season. McCarthy, baseline, pull up, yes. Allie McCarthy really getting it going here in the fourth. As mentioned, Allie McCarthy averaging 14 points per game in 2 games. This is her 3rd game, and she's at her average right now. Right, can't finish. Left it short. Bullard chases it down. Thorne will fire for three. That won't go. Goodman with the rebound. Speedy, number 6. Nope. Chases down her own rebound. Put back, not there. Batted around, kept alive, and Lewis will secure the rebound for the Edge. Here's Carly Lewis. Straight to the rim. She's bumped. No whistle. Back the other way come the free. Speedy on the run out. Wide open. Blows the layup down the other end.
Into the game for the Edge, number 13, Emily McNeil, and number 5, Issa McKay.
So Allie McNeil and Issa McKay will come back for the Edge. Jaden Penny for the freeze. As Monroe will inbound for the Edge. Full court pressure being applied here by the freeze. Absolutely no letdown and relenting by Fredericton. Malloy fires a three. That'll rim out. Here comes Speedy on the run out. Nice catch in behind the defense. And finishing with the right hand is Renee Goodman. That'll rim out for McNeil. Penny now pushes it up to Speedy. Speedy, skyhook in the lane, no good. McCarthy's there though, and the putback is in off the glass. Look out, Wright steps in front of that pass. 3-on-1 touch pass to Speedy, and Speedy converts. Just the pressure, full court. It's just been giving the Edge problems all night. Able to break the pressure this time. Malloy three-pointer on the way. Won't go. Speedy. Stolen by Malloy. And Malloy will lay it up and in. Here's Speedy. Goodman puts it up and in. And that's just out of the reach of McKay as Monroe tried to find Issa cutting back door. Jody McDonald will come back in. Excuse me, Jody White for the Edge. McDonald's back in there for the freeze. And Daly. Ford will come back as well for Windsor. Here's Daly in traffic. That'll rim out. Tumwai can't save it on the baseline. McKay now. McKay to the rim. McNeil, three-pointer. Picked up by Daly. Daly back the other way, putting pressure on McNeil on the drive. McNeil might have gotten away with a foul. This time doesn't. And that'll be a foul on the floor.
Windsor foul charge to number 5. Issa McKay, first personal.
So McKay will be assessed the personal, not McNeil. Tumwai spins away, gets her own rebound, can't finish. Jody White now. White spins, knocked to the floor by Tumwai. And possession will stay with the Edge.
Foul third team, and into the game for Fredericton, number 5, Andrea Wright.
Wright will come into the game for the Freeze as McKay will inbound. Here's McNeil. Gallant. Jumper won't fall. Here's Penny on the run out. Jaden Penny flips it up and in.
Jaden Penny.
McKay, three-pointer. It's good.
McKay for 3.
Issa McKay off the bench has been one of the bright stars tonight for the Edge. Leading the team in scoring is McKay. Penny's three won't fall, gets it back. McDonald. A collision away from the ball. Two teammates in Daly and Wright scramble to get back up to their feet. Here's McNeil. McNeil forces her way inside. Knocked away from the rim. Now to have to get it up. White steps inside the three-point line. Edge got to put it up to beat the shot clock. Ford does, and somehow magically it goes in. Not even sure if she could see the basket, but nonetheless it went down. Here's Wright now. Gallant with the block shot. Here's McKay. Strong night for McKay. Spins in the lane, can't finish forward. Put back a little too strong off the glass. Daly now will take her time. Freeze will just move it around. And Tom Wiene able to knock down the baseline jumper, and Scott James will call timeout to make multiple substitutions. Full hockey line change here for the Edge. As Tyler Malloy will bring it over to the timeline. Lewis is back out there. Foreign, and Bullard. Monroe able to finish with the right hand. Under 2 minutes to go. As the Freeze will secure their 5th win on the season. They'll move their record to 5-2. The Edge will go 0-7. Possession will stay with the Freeze. McDonald will trigger the inbound on the baseline. Right, fade away. Left it short. Here's Monroe. Monroe backdoor to the Foreign. Nice move. Nice play there by Monroe. Finding a wide open Sydney Foreign. She'll make no mistake laying that up and in. Edge back the other way off the miss. Here's Lewis. Spins in the lane. Draws the double. That's partially blocked by Goodman. Foreign for 3. Chased down by Bullard. Bullard can't put it up and in. Lewis is there to clean up the loose change.
Lewis.
Right now will take her time. It'll be Edge possession on the baseline. Foreign gets the shooter's roll. And the Freeze will dribble this one out. So the Fredericton Freeze will win their 5th game of the season. Move the record to 5-2. The Edge will go to 0-7. So congratulations to the Fredericton Freeze. They win it 86-57 over the Windsor Edge. And the players of the games for both of these respective teams will be announced. And I would highly anticipate Issa McKay should be the player of the game for the Edge. And for the Freeze, could be a number of players. I'll probably make my bet on either McCarthy, Speedy, and I'm pretty sure those two will probably be the one or the two. But let's go down to the public address announcer for the announcement.
Fredericton Freeze with 22 points, number 14, Allie McCarthy.
Allie McCarthy, 22 points. Came into this game averaging 14 points per game for the Freeze. Congratulations to her. Could have been a toss-up between her and Speedy.
19 points, number 5, Issa McKay.
Issa McKay, bang on, 19 points off the bench for the Edge. And she was very good this evening for Scott James in the feed. Nonetheless, of some building blocks for this young Windsor Edge team as they make their way through this 2nd season in the MWBA. So hopefully I'll have an opportunity to speak to the Fredericton Freeze's Allie McCarthy, the player of the game with 22 points to lead the way in their 4th win of the season. So I'll move from the booth to the sideline to set up for that interview. Stay with us. You're watching the MWBA Showcase Weekend here on Maritime Athletic Profiles.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending today's game at the Hamburg Center, brought to you by St. Mary's University Athletics and Quantum Sport Therapy. Stay tuned as the teams are about to begin their warm-up for tonight's 3rd game. Tip-off between the Halifax Thunder and the Moncton Mystics will begin in approximately 20 minutes.
Just gonna wait for him. Joined courtside now with Allie McCarthy of the Fredericton Freeze. Congratulations, Allie. Coming into this weekend, a big weekend for you guys, coming into Nova Scotia, playing some of the teams that you haven't played as of yet. How important was it for you guys to win the first one of the two?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about how important it was for us to come in, win this, be 5-2, then hopefully have a good game tomorrow, maybe pull that one out, and then potentially get the bye for playoff weekend. So it's a pretty important weekend for us.
22 points for yourself tonight, averaging 14 points per game. How is your game part of the success of this team, and how you bring, your offense and your defense on both ends of the floor? How important is it to have the type of game that you had tonight throughout the rest of the season?
Yeah, I mean, we've all had big scoring games. I mean, it's not everyone does it. Not one person does it every night, but we all do it, and we all share the ball well. So as long as someone comes in and everyone does their role for the night, we end up pretty good.
And most of the girls that play on this team are very familiar with each other. You guys played in the same area in Fredericton, went to the local high schools and whatnot, forged your own path at the university or the CCA level. How important is it to bring everybody back together and play as a cohesive unit?
Yeah, I mean, it's super fun. Some people you played with, played against, and just seeing play. Like, I watched people play university when I was younger, so it's fun to play with everyone, and it's nice just to get to the community out, watching everyone cheering us on all on together.
And how important is it to have the championship in your home province? It's going to be in St. John, but I know you're pretty familiar with TD Station. It's TD Station now, right?
Yeah.
Formerly Harbor Station, I remember doing some games there as well. So TD Station this year, how important is it to play in front of the home crowd?
Yeah, it's going to be super fun. A lot of us have played at, TD Station, but we all know it as Harbor Station. I feel like a lot of us here on my team have played there, so it's going to be fun to go back, and not too far of a travel. We'll get lots of fans and kind of play there again, so it'll be really cool.
And going forward tomorrow, what would be the recipe for success to win another game here on the road?
Yeah, just rest up tonight, get recovery, get ready to go tomorrow. We ran the floor pretty well tonight, so do that again, get some defensive stops, and hopefully it'll look good for us.
Appreciate you. Thank you for having the time with us, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Allie McCarthy, the player of the game for the Fredericton Freeze. They win it big over the Windsor Edge. 22 points for McCarthy and her teammates. They move their record to 5-2, tied for second place with their counterparts from New Brunswick, the Port City Fog. So that'll wrap it up for game number 2. Game number 3 on their way here as the warm-up is underway between the home team, the Halifax Thunder at 7-0. They'll take on the Moncton Mystics. Stay with us. You're watching the MWBA Showcase Weekend here on Maritime Athletic Profiles.